We can't stay in this monopoly game that we keep playing and remain submissively subservient under the stranglehold of a pack of devious shareholders, scavenging mercilessly to satisfy their own selfish lusts and nefarious appetites as hyenas who stalk in the night, preying on a defenseless lost sheep to ravage and devour among themselves. They have over centuries exercised strategic political perversions of power, perpetually projecting programs for public coercion and subversion of the collective interpretation of what it truly means to be humane, or to show compassion and moral conduct, continuing incessantly to lay down subtle but vicious snares and stumbling blocks to avert man's subliminal conscience from hearing the inner call of our superior benevolent nature, motivated purely by greed to deprive the common man of his rightful inheritance by displacement and replacement of sacred virtues for the empty and fruitless vessels of delusion and false value. Man now believes in the limitless inversions of truth created by the conditions such as poisons being medicine and slavery being freedom. By this method of parasitic and spiritual invasion, it has been a successful, lucrative occupation and repossession of the collective human consciousness, cashing in on the harvest of all man's labors and claiming ownership of the entire body of the world by rolling out this filthy one-size-fits-all garment that smothers the face of all the earth with a cold cloud of destruction, depleting our mother of all her precious nutrients and vital minerals so that her breasts no longer supply the milk intended to feed her children. She has become painfully dry and barren with mass status as a factory farm dairy cow that has been caged and repeatedly, unnaturally, and forcefully ravaged under the lifelong cycle of a milking machine. Drown the very ass drop of her milk until her legs give out. As her children, we are now sickly malnourished, fighting over any remaining tribbles. When we break the paradigms that keep us plugged into this idolatrous subhuman estate that intoxicates and corrupts the spirit of all integrity, the truth and raw beauty of this creation will then emerge from the bones and ashes to begin a full restoration cycle of the original intent of its creator. Justice weighs on the balance, but it all relies on us to make the right choice and tip the scales. Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive none of her plagues.